Hi, it's Susie again. I have an add-on for the part of my video that I just made. If you didn't see that one, I'm 1 year post-op from a lumbar fusion at L5S1. This is a continuation of my video diary. I did want to mention, I was a little hesitant to, but in the Hope department, I wanted to mention that just by chance, I started trying a natural supplement to try to help with pain because I was desperate, and usually I'm a real doubter when it comes to stuff like that. Being a nurse and being in the medical field for 20 years, when I hear that people are like, I used to say vitamin junkies and stuff like that, I'd kind of roll my eyes and say, okay, whatever works for you, if that works for you, fine. Well, I found myself in a situation where I had taken my son somewhere, and we were around some parents that I didn't know, and it was for baseball. And I was having so much pain. I had already asked a local restaurant, it was out of town, and I asked this restaurant, "Where's your walk-in clinic?" Because I thought I was going to have to go get more steroids. And they said, "We don't have a walk-in clinic. It would have to be the emergency room." And I thought, no, I'm not going to the emergency room in a town that I'm not familiar um, with this pain issue. So anyway, it just so happened the next morning, one of the other baseball moms was there fixing breakfast, and I saw her mixing up this powder stuff, and I was like, I wonder what that is. So just in conversation, I asked her about it, and she said that this stuff can work as an antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory. People with arthritis use it, Crohn's disease, multiple sclerosis, allergies, and I started thinking, okay, whatever. But I'll tell you what, I was in so much pain at that moment. She looked at me and she said, "If you want to try it, you can." And all I was thinking about was, I'll try anything at this point because I want to stay out of the emergency room, and if it works on me, it'll work on anybody. Um, so she says, okay, she says, "This stuff works so well for me that I started distributing it." And, she kind of told me her story about how she had really severe allergies. It wasn't arthritis with her, but severe allergies. So I thought, okay, whatever, I'll try it. I'm desperate, I'll try it. And she says, "I'll load you up on it. We'll give you extra doses the week while you're here, and we'll see if it works." So I went into it with an open mind. Well, the very next day, I felt some relief, and I thought, this is really weird because I wasn't taking any different medication, no different creams, no different rubs, no different anything other than this supplement. So, the week that I took that stuff, and I can tell you that I have felt better than I felt since I got hurt. I had the most relief of anything. And I asked her after a couple of days, I said, "Can that stuff work that quickly?" I mean, I thought maybe it was a placebo effect. I thought it's just, this is totally in my head because this cannot be happening. So anyway, she gave me a bottle to bring home with me. And I thought, okay, it's a little expensive. I mean, for me, because I haven't been working and I'm on a really tight budget. And so I went to the local health food store and I thought, I'm just going to buy tablets because it's a pine bark. It's pycnogenol, basically, is one of the active ingredients in this supplement. PYC, pycnogenol, PYC GONOL. It's pine bark. So I went to the health food store here in town where I live. I bought a bottle of that stuff. I thought, okay, it's a little cheaper, same difference. I'll just try this. Well, within a week, I'm hurting badly again. And I called up my friend that distributes it, and I said, I bought this stuff at the health food store, and for some reason, it's just not doing the trick like your powder does. And so she went on to explain to me it's like the way it's absorbed, because it's a powder, you mix it into a liquid, it's isotonic, so it's absorbed instantly into your bloodstream. And maybe the tablets just weren't absorbed as well. I don't know what the difference is. I can't tell you how it works, why it works, but I Googled this stuff, and there was one of the Fox 13 physician reporters that had done a clip on this pycnogenol on the pine bark, and he said he actually took it for arthritis in his knees. It was that Dr. Isidore Rosenthal on Fox 13. So I thought, well, at least it's not all in my head. At least there's some validity to this, and that's why it's working, because he said it really is a pretty powerful anti-inflammatory that doesn't have side effects, yada, yada. So I just wanted to pass that along because it really has made a difference for me. I've gone back on her powder, and I bought a couple bottles from her, and I'm seriously considering about distributing it myself because it's worked for me, you know. And it's the kind of thing, it's like, she told me, the lady's name is Pam, and she said to me, she said, Susie, it's not like you're given a big sales pitch, because if somebody has the inflammation, whatever the problem is, and they try it and it works for them, so be it. It sells itself. If not, then, you know, maybe they can try something else. But you know, when you get in that much pain, if you're anything like me, you're willing to try anything. So it's not a sales pitch. It's just, I'm just passing along that this is something that I found works for me. And I'll give you more information. I'm about to go to a meeting with her and try to find out how I can distribute this myself and sell it. And I'll try to put some kind of link on here for it, because there's one product that just has the pine bark. There's another product that I personally think works better for me, and it combines like glucosamine, the pine bark, and another ingredient called hyaluronic acid, which is something that my friend who works in work comp, she told me that that's what they inject into joints. Now, I haven't looked this up. I'm just telling you what I've heard, but that's what they inject into joints, like when they do the injections into the knees and stuff. So this is a combination, this other powder that I've been taking, two different ones, just the pine bark and then the combination of pine bark, glucosamine, hyaluronic acid. For me, it makes a difference. I really do feel it. And like I said, at this point, I just want to go back to work, and I'm willing to try whatever. But this person, Pam, that sells it, she told me that she had a friend of hers that had multiple sclerosis, and this woman used it before her wedding, and it prevented her from having, God, I can't spit the word out, but exacerbations of her multiple sclerosis before her wedding. Another person she knows that she sells it to, it's worked for her Crohn's. Two people that live in her subdivision that play tennis, two tennis players are using it now. It's endorsed by Scottie Pippen, so on and so forth. So that's my story. I think I'm going to try to start distributing this stuff. It's something that you definitely, you know, I can't give medical advice. I can only tell you about my experience, but you'd have to ask your doctor about it. You know, I can't like prescribe it because I don't have that authority. But I will pass along more information just as soon as I get it, and hook you up with a link. If you're interested, if you want to try it, it's just one of those options that's out there. So I just wanted to add that little addendum to my story. Thanks, everybody, and I'll keep you posted about how the new job goes. Wish me luck.